You know, we all seen Terminator, Skynet, you know, that the robots are going to take over. They're going to become smarter than humans. There's also other things that we're facing, like global warming and all these other things. We want to ask you a question. Where are we headed as humanity? Like, what does it mean to be human? Are we going to thrive? Are we going to be surviving? Or are we going to go extinct? Think about it.
This is a two-word answer?
Okay, 1 minute.
Yeah, I think that humanity has an awesome utopian future in front of it where, like, you'll, like, imagine the best conversation you've ever had with anyone in your entire life. Imagine having that, like, literally all the time whenever you communicate with someone else. I think that, like, we'll live in a post-scarcity society a lot sooner than people realize. I think that brain-to-computer interfaces are way sooner than people realize, and so you'll be able to be reminded of random things that you want to be reminded of at just the right time based on your brain state. You'll be able to wake up and be primed to do the best possible thing you could do at that point in time and be interrupted at just the right time for you to do whatever the ideal thing is for you to do. You'll be able to, like, have a conversation with someone and know the % chance that they actually understand the thing that you're saying to them, because miscommunications are at the root of so much fucked up stuff in the world today. You'll be able to think something in your natural language of thought and have it be perfectly communicated to other people in their natural language of thought. You'll be able to go down, like, lots of different interesting narrative paths with people. You'll be able to think, like, hey, I wonder about, like, is it really true that we only use 15% of our brain, or is that complete bullshit? And you'll be able to Google that with someone else and find out that it's complete bullshit, stuff like that. So, yeah.
I thought taking you from 5% to 15% of your brain was a big upgrade. Look, I don't have the answer to that, but I can tell you this. History has a tendency to repeat itself, right? So that if we don't actually start acting as people, like human beings, and actually talking to our neighbors and doing the things we do, it doesn't matter what AI we have or machine learning we have, we're fucked, right? So the reality of it is, and that's not a Debbie Downer, that's like one of those things that we should actually embrace. But you know, are we going to see another world war in our lifetime? The answer is yes, right? I mean, mathematically speaking, I'm a mathematician. Do I look at, you know, the probability of us having a major war again and it's going to happen in the next 20 years? The answer is yes, it's going to happen, right? Whether or not we survive that and we learn from that. Well, we haven't learned from it in the last 2,000 years, so we're probably a pretty good chance we won't learn from it again, and we'll have amnesia and we'll repeat the whole thing over again like Groundhog Day. But maybe because of the intelligence that we have and the fact that we're able to look at and analyze what the probabilities of people surviving, whether or not we should actually go down that path and push that big red button, or, you know, act like an idiot and threaten other countries with that red button. You know, I just hope that overall we come to a better conclusion than we have up to this point.
Thank you. I'm actually glad that we have two opposing views, because a lot of times everybody seems to like to agree, but when you do have opposing views, you can start to open up your mind and really learn from one another. Well, he mentioned that we're going to kind of thrive, and we'll see if we thrive or not. But I do want everybody to thank Judd and Joe for coming in and spending their time with us. Joe flew in from Colorado. Thank you so much. And while you guys can stay up here for a minute, I also want to mention Kurt. I want to really thank Kurt for letting us use his castle, and you know, he just offered it, and thank you.
Of course.